really what you'll hear about today, which I think will be really informative and I think really interesting for all of you. And so just a bit, I know that a few of you said, or Cece noted, there's some of you from different parts of the region, which is exciting. And so it made me think, I'll just tell you a little bit about my background. So Cece noted, I'm the regional director for IIE based in Bangkok. And I used to live and work in Kuala Lumpur. So there's some folks here from Malaysia. So I have some experience, about 5 years there before moving to Bangkok, and loved it. It was a really great experience. So my role here at IE is really just to oversee a variety of programs and projects that we implement, not just in Bangkok, but really throughout Southeast Asia. And all of these programs really focus on either one of two things. We do scholarship administration, that's one. And the other thing is about student and scholar emergencies. So we assist scholars and students who are facing hardships, and we help them continue their studies or their scholarship in other places or universities. So that's a little bit about what we do here. We also do quite a bit of English language assessment and work out of our office. And IIE, just in case you were wondering, I would have, if I had time, I'd have a quiz, what you think it stands for, but it stands for the Institute of International Education, IIE. So we are a nonprofit, and we are based in New York City, in Manhattan. If you've ever been to Manhattan, we're right downtown at the One World Trade Center is our headquarters office. And we just celebrated, I believe last week was our 103rd anniversary. So we've been around for 103 years, since 1919. So we've been doing this scholarship administration. What, again, MBZUAI is one of those examples. We've been doing this for many years and a long time. And that brings you to the partnership. So IIE and MBZUAI have a great partnership, and our role is really to help launch them as they initiate really an incredible scholarship program for students who have an interest in AI. And I think also it's exciting because it's not just any student. We're talking about the top students from all over the world, from all over Asia, who have an interest in artificial intelligence. And not only is it a full scholarship, so once you're admitted, your expenses are covered, but if you've ever been to Abu Dhabi, if you've been to UAE, it's really an exciting place to be as an educational hub. So I had the chance to go there not too long ago, but it's really a global setting where you engage with professors and students from all over the world. So really an exciting place to study. My last point before I turn back over to Cece is just that you're in really great hands with Cece here today, as leading you through the presentation. You learn a lot about not only what is MBZUAI and what you could study, but what that process looks like. And Cece, just to give a little background, I mean, Cece studied abroad and earned a master's degree herself as an international student, so she knows what it's like to go from Southeast Asia, from Asia, and study in a faraway country. She's done it herself. She was a top student, top scholar in Thailand herself as an undergraduate. And she's really an expert in terms of advising students on that graduate admissions process, what it takes to be competitive, how to understand the different forms and the different steps that you'll need to go through to be as competitive as you can to be admitted into what I said earlier. I think is just a really exciting opportunity, a topic, a location, and just the students you'll engage with and the faculty, just really top notch. So the last point too is CC, just to let you know that once you start this process, you learn about it today, you initiate that application. It's quite simple to start that process, but she'll be with you the whole way. So if you have any questions at any point, I encourage you to go and start the application. And when you have a question, just let Cece know, and she'll be there to help you out and help you navigate to get to the next step and to finish that application and see if you have a chance to be a scholar next year at MBZUAI. So with that, I will just say it's really a pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of IE. I wish I could do this in person, but obviously we do it virtually. But I hope it's a great presentation, a great hour with Cece. I'm sure it will be, and I wish all of you the best of luck. And if you're ever in Bangkok at some point, feel free to stop by our office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome.
So yeah, I wish all of you the best. Good luck. And Cece, I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jonathan, for the introduction to IIE and for the program. Thank you for your time joining today and give the suggestion to the student.
It's my
Okay,
pleasure.
so I'll get my presentation started and just welcome for the new person joining today. And if you want to mute yourself at the time, and then we will have the Q&A session after the presentation. You feel free to unmute or use the chat section to discuss about any question that you have. So let me share you all the screen. And if you cannot see the screen moving, you can just like let me know, unmute yourself and let me know. Otherwise, I just gonna go until the end and then we can discuss. All right. So as you sign up, thank you for signing up for this session today. We're gonna propose you about this great opportunity in terms of the postgraduate scholarship at MBZUAI. The university name is Mohamad bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence, and we just short it for MBZUAI. So this university has been established in the year 2019. It was about 2 years ago. And this is the invitation from the Abu Dhabi, the capital city of the UAE, to the world to unlock the potential of the artificial intelligence. And part of this, because the UAE want to be the global hub for the AI in the year 2030, and that's why they have to create and prepare all the infrastructure, the institutions, and that's why MBZUAI was created for this purpose. And that's why it is the world first graduate level that do the research based in artificial intelligence in particular. So on this page, as you can see, upper picture here is the university building, but I will have more picture on campus to show you later on. It's really nice city and a cool place to live in. Down here is a picture of the leadership team on the first day that they launched the university 2 years ago. So on this page, you can see the board of trustee or the leadership team of MBZUAI. As you can see that they come from different sector. They have like the government side, the Minister of State, Dr. Zayed, joining in the Board of Trustee team. Also last year, we have the new president, Dr. Eric Singh from Carnegie Mellon, one of the best school in terms of computer science, to join at MBZUAI as the president. Also, we have Professor Jane, Professor Michael Brady. If you are in the computer vision field, you might know him as an AI expert. He came from University of Oxford. Also, Dr. Kai-Fu Lee, very famous in terms of business leader. And he used to be the president at Google China before, and now he runs a lot of AI company and also the institute as well. We also have Professor Daniela Rus from MIT. Currently, she is the director at C-Cell Lab, joining in the Board of Trustee leadership team and with the Mr. Peng Sil as well. So every sector from business side, from academic side and government, so they join in the leadership team of the MBZUAI to create a curriculum that are world-class and well-developed in the AI for you. And also in the faculty teams of the MBZUAI, you will get the mentorship and you get to work with them, learn from them. They come from very well-known university, as mentioned, Carnegie Mellon, Georgia Tech, or UC Berkeley, Oxford, Princeton, and many more. This year, we have a lot of new professors joining at MBZUAI and teaching, so you will get to learn from the best of the best and really world-class faculty member team. And also on here on this page, you see that MBZUAI also seek the partnership with different sector in terms of academic. Last year, they signed the MOU with the Weizmann Institute of Science in Israel to do the research work together. They have very close relationship with the MIT. In terms of industrial partnership, you can recall all these brands and with the university backed up by the government. So they have a lot of agent and government in their network and connection. So this can help in terms of career opportunity after you graduate, and also the internship opportunity as well. So the program at MBZUAI that they are offer currently, they only offer the postgraduate degree for the master level and the PhD level in the 3 artificial intelligence specialization. One is computer vision, second is the machine learning, and another one is the natural language processing. And yeah, this is the best part. So the MBZUAI offer the full scholarship. The benefit cover 100% tuition and fee. You don't have to pay anything at all. Plus, university gonna pay you the money. So they're gonna give you generous monthly stipend for the master level. You get roughly around $2,000 US, which is cover your cost of living in the UAE already. And for the PhD level, roughly around $2,500 US per month. Yeah, so as the latest information that I checked on the Abu Dhabi website on Google, then I found that the monthly, the cost of living in Abu Dhabi for a single person is around $800 US. So with this amount, it's plenty for you to live convenient and comfortably on campus, and you're gonna have saving as well. You don't have to pay for the accommodation because they're gonna provide you the private apartment on campus. I will have the picture for you later on. It's really nice place to live in. Or you can check in this website, the VR tour, the virtual tour. You can see the campus in the virtual world as well. In terms of medical, they're gonna provide you the comprehensive health care, the student health insurance, so you don't have to worry about the medical or anything. But the best is just not getting sick, right? And then they're gonna provide you the annual airfare to fly home from your home country to Abu Dhabi every year. So every break during your class, every year you get to fly back home to visit your family and your friends. For the master level, it's 2 years, and for the PhD level, it's 4 years. So every year you get this airfare to fly home. And yeah, this is no postgraduate bond. So once you finish with the program at MBZUAI, you feel free to come back to your home country, or you get a job in the US, UK, or UAE, or anywhere around the world. So you don't have to pay back or work to pay back the scholarship at all. And another great opportunity for you is that there is no application fee. So if you want to give it a try and just submit your application, there is no charge on that. Okay, so I just gonna show you about the campus and the city. So the MBZUAI campus is located in a city called Masdar City, which is located inside the capital city of the UAE, the Abu Dhabi. Many people kind of mix up between Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So MBZUAI is located in Abu Dhabi. And yeah, the city is very nice, and it's just diverse and modern city, have nice beaches and hotel and high-rise building. So most people who stay there, 80% are expats. So the community there is very international. So you don't feel homesick. I think you can adjust yourself well when you are in the city. It's very modern, and you can easily find the food from your home country easily, I think. And yeah, down here is a picture on campus. So if you see this building that looks like durian shape, is a multi-purpose hall. It's really nice campus. And in Abu Dhabi itself, you can find a lot of things to do, like the sport and entertainment. Or if you like art, this is the art museum. It's really nice and modern. And also the shopping mall and restaurant, you can find any international chain, restaurant brands easily to find in Abu Dhabi as well. And yeah, in the Abu Dhabi city, the Masdar city itself and the campus is very diverse and international. Here is some picture on campus to show you. So upper left here is the apartment building. So as you can see, the red briquette color building, and with the design is very nice. as you can see, like the different holes here, they said that when they design, they want to have like the wind flow into each room nicely, equally, and it's really nice. On the right side here, as you can see, the white tall building is the wind tower. Some of you imagine that the temperature in the Abu Dhabi is kind of different from what we have in Southeast Asia, right? We have like humid, hot, but dry. No, ours is humid and hot, but they are dry and humid. They are dry and hot, right? So this wind tower kind of serves that purpose to, hold on, if you're not speaking, can you mute yourself, please? Thank you so much. Yeah, so this wind tower kind of circulate the air inside the master city to be cooler than the other area, like 10 degrees Celsius.
उसमें बनी है ना एक यूनिवर्सिटी
Excuse me, run. Can you mute yourself, please, if you are not speaking? Thank you so much. I'm sorry for the interruption. Yeah, and then also on the campus, you will find other recreations and other activity that you can enjoy during your free time. They have gyms, they have swimming pools, and also this is another great thing for many IT or computer science students find exciting. You will have the access to the top of the line GPU facility. I will have the spec later on to tell you. It's like 1,000 NVIDIA something. So it's pretty huge and largest one in the world probably right now. Yeah, and then you have like the labs and the facility that provided on campus that will support you to do the research and yeah, to do your work easily. Going next, let's talk about the criteria. So yeah, most of you, as I can see from your sign up, you are in the STEM field, either from engineering or science or IT or AI field. So you are welcome to apply. For the master level, you need bachelor degree in the STEM field with the minimum GPA of 3.2. And yeah, for the English language proficiency, the Ministry of Education of the UAE require all the international students to take the English proficiency test. Even though English is some of you might like study in the international school before, you use English all your life and probably together with your native language, but still it's required to take the English proficiency test. So you can either take TOEFL, IBT, or IELTS academic or MSAT English. But when you submit the application, if you don't have this right now, it's okay for you to proceed with your application without the score as well. And once you get in the final round of the admission, then you can submit the result or the valid certificate later on as well. So the detail in terms of the English proficiency test, you can discuss with me after this call or when you start your application. I can explain more in how to proceed your application without the ELP test. And additional document for the master level, if you do have the GIE score, you're welcome to submit that. It will be a plus to your application. But if you don't have, this is optional. You don't have to submit it. And this is why I don't highlight it red. So this is just optional. And for the master level, you need at least 2 recommendation letter from your academic advisor, or if you work, feel free to submit one from your work supervisor as well. Minimum 2. So if you have 3 or 4, it would be great. You can submit all of them as well. And you need to submit the statement of purpose or the motivation letter, just telling your story, why you are compelling, why you're competitive, and just tell why MBZUAI need to accept you, something like that. So we can talk about in detail how to prep all these documents and how to make your profile outstanding compared to others. Well, we have another session after this one you can sign up for. So this is the criteria for the PhD level. It's pretty much similar to the master level, except that you need both bachelor and master degree in the STEM field, and both degree need to have at least 3.2. If some of you like have like master degree 3.5, for example, and then maybe bachelor like 3.1 or something, and you wonder, can I apply, or will I be eligible on that? So you can discuss with me after the call. They review the applications kind of like holistically. So if you have work experience that kind of compensate that, I think you feel free to apply as well. Yeah, English proficiency test is the same. And then on the additional document, GIE also optional. If you have it, it's great. Recommendation letter, at least 3 for the PhD level. And you need the statement of purpose with the 100 at minimum, no, maximum 800 words for the statement of purpose. And research statement to mention about what kind of research that you want to conduct at MBZUAI. Yeah, so if you have any question during regarding this, please note it in the chat, then we can come back and talk about it later. So on this page, I'm gonna show you the picture of the student, the first batch of the student who arrived on campus at MBZUAI last year. Actually, this batch of the student, the first batch is for fall 2020, but because of the COVID, right? So the campus closed, and then they postponed the start of the first cohort to be in early in January 2021. So right now they have 2 batches of the student. And if you're concerned about like arrival in Abu Dhabi during the COVID time, I would say that you don't have to worry about that. They have high safety protocol in terms of arrival. So for example, this first batch of the student, they kind of split out the student to arrive in different time. So, and then when students arrive, they do the self-quarantine on campus as well. So you can be sure that like social distance and the safety and the kind of health concern control for the COVID, they are pretty protective in terms of the pandemic. Yeah. So yeah, this is a picture on the first, like during the first month of when they start the program. So when people arrive on campus different time, but they have to do the orientation. So they do the orientation online, virtual orientation, but all the students are on campus. They don't offer the remote learning or online learning that you are in your home country and learn at MBZUAI. So right now, they do not have that program, remote learning or anything. So every student still have to like go on campus and use the facility and yeah, be on campus. So on this page, I'm just gonna show you about the student demographic. As you can see, they have students from around the world. And from Asia, we have about 28% in the batch of the whole student body. If break down in terms of the nationality, we have about 87% that are expats. So the class is very diverse, very international. You will get to meet friends from around the world with the same range as you, and you can discuss about all the AI and technology thing. It will be very fun cohort and class to be with. So in terms of number of the student right now, they have 134. And this year for the fall 2022, they're gonna provide 120 scholarships to the student around the world. So I hope that we can have a lot of representatives from Southeast Asia joining the 3rd cohort at MBZUAI this year. Yeah, and this is some of the work of the student from last year, even though they only start for 1 year, but the faculty member and MBZUAI team, they really want the student to have the experience and like get hands-on on the project and learn from like the real experience and real experts. So they support them to join in a lot of local and international competitions. And as you can see here, they win a lot of first place. So if you join on the cohort on the MBZUAI program, you will get a lot of this opportunity as well to do a lot of things, and will expand your network and your skill. Yeah, so on this page is kind of like everything in a nutshell that I presented to you. MBZUAI is the world first graduate level for the AI in particular. And yeah, you will get to meet and learn from the best of the best, the AI expert, and you have world-class faculty member that you can get mentorship from. You will work with them every year, like in your project, and very closely work with them. So I think that is the best part that you can find from this program as well. And also the scholarship is fully funded by the UAE government, so you don't have to worry about your financial at all. You can just focus on your class and just get your research done. And yeah, this is what I mentioned about the facility, the GPU facility that they have on campus. You will have access to 1,000 NVIDIA DGX half GPU server. So yeah, this is largest in the world right now. Yeah, and then the opportunity after you graduate in the program will be tons. And in terms of the research program or the project that you want to do, it's just like broad and very wide. So you have, like, you can imagine whatever that you want to do on campus, it can be done at MBZUAI. So I think it is one of the best places in the world that you can learn about about AI, and will grow and maybe come back to your home country and continue your project in your home country and develop in your country as well. Yeah, so right now, they already accept the application. You can start your application right away. I see some of you already started your application. You are welcome to send the information to me, like the application number and what process are you in right now. I can give you consultation and advice on the next step, what will happen next or something like that. So you can contact me via email. And if you are interested, not yet starting the application, you can start one today. And I will send you this presentation after our call today via your email. And then you can go through it again, and you can contact me on anything if you have any questions or concern. And I can review your document, SOP, the statement of purpose or resume as well. That will, whatever way that will help you to accomplish the application process, I will be happy to help you. Yeah, so in terms of deadline, the deadline is April 30, but I just want to encourage you that don't wait until the last minute. Just submit it as soon as you can. And right now, somebody who submitted early already get the offer from MBZUAI. So now I would say that is not early anymore. If you have graduated already, you finish your work, just spend time, couple days, prepare your application and the document, and just submit it. Yeah, and then I'll help you along the process. So yeah, that's it for the presentation and the introduction about MBZUAI and the scholarship. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself right now, or you can just type in the chat, and then we'll get your question answered. Let me go back. Okay.
Okay, may I ask a question, Miss Cici?
Yes.
Okay.
Fatina.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay.
So regarding the work opportunity after we graduate, I see that we need to let's say that after we graduate, we don't directly get work, but we have the time to to seek for the work in the UAE itself. And how about the visa? Because we're international student, we need the visa to will there be like an extension, like after we graduate the visa would not directly end, so we get like extension for 6 months to like seek for jobs and stuff. how the work permit works for us as a graduate from a UAE school? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the question. This is great questions. Let me clarify two ways. So in terms of a student visa, the UAE will work it for you. That's no problem. But your question is, once you graduate and you need the extended visa to stay a little longer, how long would it be, and how the process will be? Honestly, I don't have exact answer on this, but I think because of the curriculum at MBZUAI is pretty much the same with the US curriculum. So I think it might have that opportunity for you to do the practical training after you graduate. But this is just my opinion. But I will check with MBZUAI and get back to you on that. But I think that will have the opportunity for you to stay a little longer to do the job seeking after you graduate. And also at MBZUAI, they do have the student service. So I think once you get the scholarship and you get the offer and you want to know about this right now, before you start the program, you can ask them, you can ask the admission team, and then they can provide you better answer than mine. But yes, thank you for the question. I will take notes and then we'll reply back to you, Fatina. Thank you.
So there will be a big chance. I mean, there's a chance for us for working in the UAE after we graduate, right? It's not gonna be that hard.
I believe so, because in your field, in the AI field right now is very in the industry, is the one of the top jobs, like high like they're gonna hire a lot of AI first jobber, right? So I think there will be a lot of opportunity for the people in the computer science and engineering field, especially in the AI. I don't think that is going to be difficult to find. It's going to be pretty advantage for you, and plus with the MBZUAI connection that you will have, I think you can find it not that hard.
Thank you.
Thank you for the questions. I see the hand next is Ahmed Abdul.
Hi there, how are you? Actually, I have three questions. So the first question is regarding actually the requirement for the PhD. So you mentioned actually you're supposed to have 3.2 for your bachelor degree and 3.2 for your master's as well, right?
Correct.
But
yes.
So but you just said there is a kind of different requirement if you do have some work experience, correct?
The requirement is the same, but what I'm saying is that you are welcome to apply, even though you feel like even though some of your degree is not reached 3.2. It doesn't mean that, okay, when I'm not 3.2, then I block myself not applying. So if you think that, okay, I have a lot of work experience, I have a lot of project, I have done the published paper before, I have a lot of project on this and that, but unfortunately, my bachelor on the first year, I didn't study hard enough. So the GPA is not reached 3.2, but you have all those. So I think in that way, if I were that person, I will still apply anyway and see, maybe we will get the offer as well. But I did not say that you will get the offer, but it's up to the admission team that they're going to review in overall, in holistic way.
Okay, because in my case, I got 3.5 for my master's, but 3 for my bachelor degree. But okay, but you're encouraging me to apply anyways, right?
Yeah, because sometimes you have, this is my opinion, I feel like sometimes experience is more, contribute more, is valuable to the program more. And if you present yourself, you present the knowledge and the skill that you have during your interview, or even on your motivation letter, and they can see that, maybe the chance will be yours, maybe. Yeah, but I encourage you to try and submit the application since there is no application fee. So let's give it a shot.
Okay. So my
Yeah.
second question is, I'll give you a brief background. I just graduated from USM, Malaysia, and I'm back
Yes.
to my hometown, which is Abu Dhabi, actually. I do live in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, yes.
And the thing is,
Nice.
I started working recently. So my question is, does the university requires full commitment? Do I have to basically leave my job to go into MBZ University?
Okay. Let me explain this way. So this is a full-time program, the full-time study program. I think maybe the suggestion directly to your case. I think you can apply first, and if you get the offer, then you can discuss with the admission team whether you have to leave the job or not. Because for other cases, in general case, students need to do priority for their study because this is a research degree and you need a lot of time to do the research on campus. But they also have the area that if some students want to do the part-time job, they're also open for that. So in the general case, they are okay with the part-time, but it will be case by case as well that that student need to discuss with the admission team if they want to do the part-time. Yeah. So right now, if you have the full-time job and then you also want to do the full-time study, maybe you have to choose. But I encourage you to submit first. And if you get the offer, then you can ask them then you can decide later to leave the job or to defer your scholarship.
Okay. So my final question is the next step after the application. Let's say that I got accepted. What will happen next? Basically, is there any entrance exam? Can you just elaborate more on this?
Okay, sure. Yes, this is a great question. Thank you for asking. So the process will be once you submit the application, they will contact your reference, either 2 or 3 person that you provided on the application. They will email to them and your advisor will have to fill out the online form. After that, if you are past that level and you are eligible, they're gonna invite you for the entry exam. So entry exam will cover the math, the programming, just ask for the foundations. It's not that difficult. It's all multiple choice. And yeah. And then after that, once you pass that, it will be the interview. And if you pass the interview, then they will have the internal process of checking clearance or anything like background check or anything, just internal for the admission team. And if you pass that, they're gonna send you the offer and then you decide whether to accept or to decline the offer. Most students accept. Yes.
Thank you for your answers. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Next hand that I see is Char here. Farden. Sorry
Hi.
if I pronounce your name wrongly.
Yes, hi, that's fine. This is Shahid here. We pronounce it as Shahid Fardhan. Okay. So I have got 3-4 questions. Number one is, this is with reference to all PhD program, right? So is there 3 references are mandatory for PhD program, or if I have to, that will also do? Is it a hard rule, or if I provide 2 references, that will do?
The reference?
Yeah, references for PhD program.
Yes. The reference.
So the references, you have to in your presentation, you're saying that you have to provide 3 references, right?
Reference for your PhD.
References.
At least 3.
Yeah. At
yes.
least 3. So is that a hard requirement, or if I provide 2, that will also do?
Is that what? Is that what? Sorry.
Okay, let me speak a little slowly. So if I provide 2 references, will that also do, or is a requirement of 3 references hard? Minimum that is a hard
3.
requirement.
Yes.
Okay.
Requirement for the PhD, right? At least 3.
Okay. And second question is, you said that you have to submit a statement of purpose and the motivation, etc., right?
No, it's the
So,
same thing.
And what
Statement
kind
of
of research you would
purpose.
like?
Yeah.
And what kind of research you would like to do at that institute, right? So
Yes.
I have done MS in artificial intelligence and machine learning from LGMU UK. Okay, so I have a research thesis in that particular degree, right? So this is basically a research-based program. So is it can we submit research thesis in lieu of the statement of purpose, or like I have to write statement of purpose and then that only has to be done? Because many of the reason universities ask for a statement of purpose or something like that is to assess the research capabilities of the learner, of the applicant. So is that the case here as well, or like the statement of purpose has to be provided separately?
So on the application, they're gonna ask like the statement of purpose or the motivation letter is the same thing. That will be one document. And then on the application, they're gonna ask you again, why should we accept you? So that's gonna be another like short version of your statement of purpose. So it's just like concise version, and that's one. And then statement of purpose is one. And for the PhD, you will have to submit the research statement. So the research statement is mostly based on your research project or the project that you want to do in your program. It's not about like the statement of purpose or motivation letter is more like your background, your story, your passion, kind of like that. But on the research statement, it's more on your project, the thing that you want to conduct. Just like the brief, they have the guideline that I can share with you as well. I will send it to you later on about like they're gonna have like 1, 2, 3, 4 what you need to cover in terms of the research statement. Yes.
Yeah. Then we kind of format for that, right?
Say it again,
the third
please.
Question, I said like there will be a format for that, right? When you are submitting research proposal, there will be a format for that. So they must be asking in a certain format.
I think it's just professional standard format. Like you can find it just like when you apply for other graduate school, they're gonna have like basic format thing. But what I can provide you will be the bullet point that you need to cover. It will just be like 800 words paragraph, or you can include tables into that. It's flexible. Yeah, it doesn't have any like fixed format for it.
That'll be great. And third point that I have is if I have a family with me, like I have my wife and my son with me. So are they going to provide the visa for them as well, or I have to bear it on my cost?
Great questions. So for PhD student in particular, only PhD student, if you have family, you can bring them to campus with you. But this is going to be case by case. You have to talk with the admission team. Once you get the offer, they can provide you a little more stipend to cover the cost of living off campus, because if you have student, it's not, maybe it's more convenient for you to live off campus. So in this area, yes, you can bring your family with you, but in terms of the cost and the visa, you will have to discuss later on with the admission team. Okay.
And is there any restriction on the age? Is there any age limit for application? Or
no age limit. No age limit. So they are pretty open. Yeah. I have the question on the chat right here from TT. Yeah, from TT. You mentioned that you have AI major 3.6 in the bachelor, and management with 3.4. If you're interested to apply for the PhD, I would say this. If you have like relevant work experience, again, your master might not be the right STEM field, but you are welcome to apply. And with your engineering background, 11 year is very solid, and you work with the data science team. This shown that you have a lot of skill and a lot of experience and toward your research project that you want to do. So I would say that you are welcome to apply. I think you have great profile. It's just the matter of how you present yourself to the NBC admission team, that they see the best of yours, and then they want, how do you make them impress on your profile, and how you make them want you to be on their program. So you are welcome to apply. But another direction, if you don't mind, like the master level, I think you will be very competitive in the master level, but it will just waste your time another 2 years. So if either you can apply for the PhD with one point that you know that, okay, the master level is not quite STEM, but you have the work experience. And then another way, you have like, you're fully eligible with a lot of experience. So that one will be very, very strong candidate for the master level. We can discuss about this in detail later, like we can have the phone call after this. So we can discuss case by case as well. So hopefully that I cover basic question that you asked for right now. Next questions. About the accommodations, you married with daughter. And yes, I think I already answered that questions. If you have family, you can bring your family with you. And once you get the offer, and that for the PhD level, if you apply for the PhD level, you can discuss with them in terms of the more stipend, how much more, and how you can bring your family onto campus. But it's possible that you will bring your family to campus. Questions about the entry exam. So I briefly touch on that a little bit. It will be cover about the math and the programming. I will have the file for you, like the instruction and the guideline, the preparation guide. So once they invite you for the entry exam, you will have just a couple days. So I can send you the prep guide before that you can prepare beforehand. Because once you know that you get the invitation for the entry exam, you don't have a lot of time for preparation. But yeah, from what the student sharing with me, the entry exam is not that difficult and not that easy too, but it will be all multiple choice. Basically, it's just check your background, and they just want to make sure that you have the foundation in terms of math, the programming, in order to be successful in the program at MBZUAI. Next question is about the score of IELTS. So you need to take the IELTS academic with minimum score of 6.5. And in each section, they don't have minimum on that. So overall score with 6.5 would be enough to get into the program. And next question is, after submitting, including referral letter, how long will the student be contacted? So the timeline, the lead time on this is different. It depends if you submit it soon, mostly 3 to 5 days or up to a week, you will get back from them. You will hear back from them. Mostly like during this 5 days, they're just gonna contact your referee, and you might have to inform your faculty member or your referee in advance that, oh, you apply for this scholarship, and the referrer will be contacted by MBZUAI. Just like make sure that they check their junk mail and fill out the form from MBZUAI. And once they get all that information completed on the MBZUAI site, then they're gonna contact you and invite you for the entry exam. Yes. And Yes, I tell you that you have the time to submit until April. But if you submit it soon, you can know the results soon, because somebody who submitted earlier, they already know the result. They already passed the interview. They already get the offer and like get the scholarship. So you don't have to wait until April to know the result. If you are qualified, if you're the best candidate, I suggest you to submit right away and get your application review right away, so you can know the result sooner. Next question, from biomedical engineering, definitely you can apply for the machine learning in PhD. All the engineering field are eligible. And yes, if you have some relevant skill or background, you can show that in your resume or in your statement of purpose. That will kind of support your profile even better. Yeah, but in biomedical engineering, yes, you can apply for the PhD. Are there any fixed number of vacancy for PhD? There is no fixed number of seat from any country or for certain university. There is no, if you are qualified, if you have strong background, just do it, you're gonna get it. And yeah, so there is no fixed amount or anything. But one thing, this is just to be honest, for example, if there is a student from for example, then from Abu Dhabi, from UAE, a lot of them apply, right? So the one that apply first will get the higher, like the better chance to get it reviewed, because once they want to have the mixed culture, the mixed community of the student body. So if they have a lot of UAE students, they might consider students from other country. But this is just my opinion. So my suggestion to you is that you submit it early and when the chance is still high, because when you wait until the end of the deadline, they're gonna have a lot to choose from, and maybe the competition is tough during that time. So submit it now. What date will be admission open for the fall 2023? I would say that if you are aiming to apply for the fall 2023, I have your name and I will keep noted. And once it open for the application submission, I will inform you, send you an email, and then you can submit it early. But roughly timeline for it will be September or October this year. Like by end of September this year, you should be able to submit the application for the fall 2023. And next questions, you are interested for the next intake. If you interested to the next intake and for sure that you don't want to start your program this year, then I suggest you to apply for the next cycle. Yes. Next question, your thesis consensus is in data mining about healthcare, and I cannot see the questions. Yes, thank you so much for the note. And Fatina, I get your email and then I will send you the information right now, and we'll note that you will apply for the next cycle. Thank you so much. Any other questions? Anything else that I can cover for you all? Yeah, if you like don't have any questions right now, and if the question come up later, feel free to contact me via email. I will send all of you the slide presentation, and with some of you for the statement of like research statement sample or the entry exam sample, kind of like that. So I will send you all that information. And I encourage you to submit as soon as you can. I'm here to support you. So hope that you will have everything ready and talk to me, and then I'll help you throughout the process. Thank you so much for joining today, and hope to be in touch via email. Everyone, stay healthy and take care. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sisi.
You're welcome. I'll save the chat, and then I can share all of you. Thank you.